Hi and welcome to Tic Tac tool tutorial. Although I've developed a Tic Tac tool before, but the difference is this one is with the rounded buttons. Okay, let me show you guys how it works. Okay, we have a winner. We can always reset and give that a shot again. We have another winner. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to exit, take you to Java NetBeans, where we'll put one of these together. I'll show you how to create a rounded edge buttons, and we'll take it from there. So let's do that now. Let's start by clicking on File, New Project, and we're going to be calling this maybe rounded edge the Tic Tac tool or Tic Tac tool. Round button. Okay, that's all right. So that's the name of my project, Tic Tac tool round button. Uncheck this class and just maybe copy that and go to finish. And right here somewhere we should have Tic Tac tool. There we go. Tic Tac tool run button. Right click on it and let's select new, and we select JFrame. Let's give that a name. Tic Tac tool round button, R button, just like that. That's fine. Tic Tac tool rounded buttons. Okay, let's click on finish. You can see the name is with S. Right. Okay, right click on the frame and just make sure you select absolute layer. And now let's define the size and think about that much. That's we do. Okay, maybe a little bit down. Yeah. Now I need some buttons on board. Let's come in here. Let's drag this button, dump it right there. Okay, that's button 1. Okay, and the next one is going to be button number 2. Let's copy and paste it right here. That is button 2. Let's check the property of that and be sure the name is. That's button 1 itself. That's 2. Let's arrange them in order. That is 2. We paste another one. That's going to be 3. I would like to arrange it all in order properly. So this must be 3. Okay then. Right. Okay, before I continue with the design of the rest of the interface, let's convert all of these to round buttons. Okay, the first thing I'd like you guys to do is go straight into your browser, paste it there. That's the URL of the JTattoo that I use. So I'm gonna close that. Well, I guess you can see it now. Close that and come right in there, press enter to search for it. There we go. That is it. I will now click and copy. So it's finished downloading, so I really don't need that anymore. I'm going to close that. Alright, so if I click on the folder where I saved that very file, so let's click that very folder. There it is. Alright, so I already have it downloaded. So minimize that. So what I will do now is, you see my folder there, or the project name there. So let me look for that project name right in here. There we go. It's right here. I will now go to the library. Look at the library there. Right click on the library and select Add Jar. But before that, let me show you guys the content inside the library. There's nothing in there, so let's the only two files in there. Okay, JDK 1.8 and the absolute layer. So I'm going to right click now to add the J2, this very one. I'll click and open. There we go. Now the next thing we'll do is, let's double click or right click and go to events, or just maybe just go straight to the source code. Right underneath here we need to import as follows. So I'm going to start by importing, let me import the color background. Let's go for import java dot awt dot color right there, and just enter semicolon there. So I'm going to import java dot swing dot UI manager. Okay, so let's import the other one. That'll be java dot swing dot UI manager again dot look and or info. Okay, and one more, java dot swing dot unsupported exception. There. Now that all that is imported, the next thing we want to do is, I'm going to scroll right down here. Okay, have a look at it where it says public static void main. Right in there, I'll then enter as follows. So that should be right there. That will be UI manager dot set, let's see if I can get it, dot set, that would be this, set look and feel, sorry. Now enter speech mark there, and let's say com dot j2, okay, dot plaf dot aluminium dot aluminium. Again, that'll be first character will be uppercase. Copy that and paste that in there. Then aluminium look and feel there. Okay, there's an error here. Okay, the reason why we have that error is we now need to add like a public. You see here, this public static, we need to add some other like class not found exception, instantiation exception, illegal access exception. We need to add all of them here. So let's do that. Let's come down now. Okay, have a good look at what's going to happen now. So we come in here, click on it, on class not found exception, click, that is already added. Let me show it to you. Look at that, it's added. So there's going to be comma here now for the next one. Let's come there, click and add instantiation exception there. We have two more to go. Click illegal access exception, that is it added. And finally we also need to add, let's see, on support look and feel exception. You see the error is gone, and when you come up here, that is it there. Okay, it's all added now. So we can even try out our program now. Let me compile and just run it, then you guys see how it looks like. Run, and there, see, all those buttons are now rounded buttons. So I'm going to close that now that we know how to create rounded buttons. So all I just need to do now is copy them. Let's copy and we proceed from there. Copy, paste. I believe this will be button 1, 2 and 3. Paste another one, move it down there. Okay, I'm going to now rearrange it, but just before then, let's run it again. That's how our Tic Tac toe is looking right now. Okay, one very important thing I'd like you guys to take note of is I've actually arranged the buttons in order. You can see that's button 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I'm gonna need 2 more though. Let's just maybe paste them in here. Let's click here, look for button. Need 1 here. Let's make sure it's about the same size. Yeah, bring it here. One is going to be reset and the other one will be for my exits, and we're going to need more room to do that. Okay, just copy that and paste it. That's for the exit there. So I'll now select all of these buttons here. Just select these ones and come into the property right here, get rid of the name, button 1 there. Okay, repeat the same thing for this, get rid of those names, now the name there. Right, okay, the next thing we need to do is to add a label. This label will give me player 1, 2 and 3. Let's change the font size to bold and maybe 36, and right here just enter player X. Right, I'm going to copy that, paste that will be player O. Make it uppercase. Right, and I need another label. These labels are just, I'm going to use them as output. 1, 2. Let's increase the size as well to 36 bold. That is fine. Those are the ones I will use to record my scores. Alright, so in here, let's enter exit here. Let's change this first. Change the font size to bold 36. Okay, and right there, change that to exit, and the other one is reset there. Now the other thing I want to do is, you see all of these buttons there, I'm going to change the font size to something a little bit larger, maybe 96. That is fine. Okay, now that that is ready, let's double click or go straight into the source code right there, and up here let's import 1 or 2 libraries. Okay, I'm going to need swing JFrame. Yeah, I'm going to need that, paste that there. let's go for J frame. Now I also need swing J option. Yeah, I will be using that for my option plane. I will use that for my message box, so that is out of the way. So have a good look at all the imported libraries. Alright, the next thing I like to do is right underneath my public class Tic Tac 2, I will enter the following private string or start game equals X. Okay, and here is the counter. Okay, the value set for the counter is 0, and that's, as you can see, is all in integer. Alright, okay, the other thing I'll do now is let's go back to the design view. See this very label there? Let me change the name. You can right click and just change the name, the variable name. So that's the variable name for that. JLBL player X. Click on OK. Repeat the same thing for the next one. JLBL player O. They now have their own name. Now back in the source code, and right here I'm going to declare, let's go for private. So that's going to be private void game score. Okay, as you can see, this my variable, they are now assigned to player X and player O. Okay, so now that player X and O now have a value, we can even initialize it here now. So let's copy this and just paste it right in here. So when we run the program, what will happen is these two will change to 0, 0. So let's give that a try and you'll see what I'm talking about. And right there, okay, so the value for now is 0. Okay, so let's come back in here. Back in the code, we still need to declare some functions. Okay, right underneath here, let's declare another function that will check the value inside each of those buttons. So let's come in here and enter private void if start game equals ignore case X, then start game equals O, else equals X. Alright, so okay, to make life a little bit easy, I'm going to declare another private function here. So let me copy this private. So I'm going to call it win game, or maybe let's go for winning game, and parentheses, press enter. Alright, so let's declare string B1 stands for button 1. So I will now ask you to get whatever value you have in here. That will be J button 1 dot get text. Right there, that's for the very first button. So I can just copy it since I have 9 of those. Let's copy and paste. That's button 1, 2 and 3. Change this one to 2, 3, and let's just copy this. 4, 5 and 6. Okay, 4, 5, 6, then this is 7, 8 and 9. Okay, there. Now we are ready to write a proper program or the proper code to check whatever value we have on the buttons. Okay, right underneath these declarations, let's come right down. I want to use an if statement. If b1 equals x, that is for the very first button here, this very one. So now come in here, let's use and b2, nope, it's in lowercase, equals x as well. Okay, and b3 equals the same. Copy, paste, and make life easy. Now let's close that. There. So what we want the system to do is to output a message. So press enter. Let me enter curly braces there, and that will become, let's see, why do we have an error? Alright, let's put a bracket here and here too. Let's cover that. Alright, yeah, that's fine. Okay, now let's use J option plain dot show message, that will be uppercase M. Okay, let's just type it out. There, and the message dialog there. So let's say refer to the game, this player X wins. Okay, and I'll just say Tic Tac to comma, just copy, paste it there. Dot information dot, let's go for information message, this very one. Double click on that, and right here let's enter semicolon. Let me minimize this so that you guys can see everything there. Okay, that's all there is to it. So then let's just now increment our counter here. So the counter that I would like to increment will be this very one. So we just say x counter plus plus. We'll come right down here, because if, where is it, if all of the buttons are x, counter equals plus plus there, right? Then what about the game score? The game score, this very one here. Okay, I will then call that game score right away. Once it's called, it will be initialized. Okay, to be initialized, whatever value that we have in there will be initialized here, and on the label you guys will see this code there. So let's do one other thing. Maybe these three buttons we can just change their colors. So let's copy. Oh, this is wrong. Let's change this to button 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, I'm gonna copy all of these buttons. Copy them. I'll just copy one. That's fine. Copy one and change the color here. So let's bring it down. Paste. Dot sets back color. Okay, what shall we change it to? Okay, the default is red. Yeah, why not? Leave it as red. We can always change the other one. There. So which means if all of those buttons are red, X, it will change to red. Okay, the next one is, the next winning condition is going to be 4, 5, and 6. So let me copy all of that. Let's copy this and just change it around. That'll be 4, 5, 6, and change all of this as well. 4, 5, and 6. There. Now that you guys get the whole idea, I'm going to now speed it all up. Okay, I've finished with all of the conditions. So the next thing I want to do is, let me just show you this first. Those are the conditions. You can see it's all the same. So that's for the condition O. Okay, you can just copy and paste as the end of condition Y, and I started condition over here. Let's go down. Yep. Okay, now let's go back to the form. Now the buttons, right click, let's come here, event, action, perform, click. Try that again, event, action, perform, there. And right in here inside the button 1 itself, I'm going to use an if statement to carry out the following. If start game dot, let's say, equals ignore case, and that will be X, then enter if curly braces there. Then that means button 1 itself dot set font for background color dot, shall we go, no, let me go for green, dot green, right there. Else the button should change color to blue. Dot blue, right there. Then I'm going to have to call the following. Let's call choose player and winning games. Let's come here, winning game. We need to call both. Choose a player, copy that, and winning game right underneath here. Paste that, choose a player, and winning game. There. So if I run this now, that's just for button 1. Let's compile and run it. So we can always change. Let's say come back in here. All right, we need the button to verify whatever is in there. Paste that, dot set text, and that will be start game. Right. Okay, I think that's all there is to it. Yeah, that's it. So if I compile and we run it, okay, you see that, guys? Alright, so that's fine. Okay, I don't like the font is a bit too narrow, so let's change that around anyway. Okay, the next one anyway, I'll change the font later. I can just copy all of these now. Copy. Let's go to button 2. Right click, event, action perform. Try that again. Event action perform there, and paste that in there, and change all of these to button 2. Okay, I guess you guys now get the whole idea. So we'll now speed that up to save time. So let's do that. Okay guys, we finished all of that. So have a good look at it. It's the same lines of code for all of the buttons. That is for my button 1 there. That's button 9. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and you saw 9 way up there. That's 2, and there's 9 somewhere there. Yeah. Okay, what is left for us to do now is, let me run it first and you guys see what I'm talking about. Okay, that's how it looks right now. Yeah, we have a winner there. Okay, reset. The reset is not working. Exit is not working. Let's come in here. Double click. No. Right click. Event action perform. And right in here. So let's start with J button 1 dot. That should be set text. Yeah, let's make that nothing, and I repeat that for J button 2 as well. Button 2 dot set text. Right, and so on. Okay, so I can now reset all of the buttons and even change the back color for all of those buttons. Change them back to their original color. Alright, so let's copy this and go for 9. That's 9, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so let's run it. Compile and run. There we go. Okay, we have a winner. Reset. There we go, guys. No winner. Oh, there's a winner. That's correct. Okay, so what is left now is, let's add a maybe a title or something up here and something below here. Okay, let's come in here, maybe a panel or whatever. Go to the design, come right down here. We need more room here. Let's drag it down a little bit more, and maybe a panel there, just to occupy some space. Bring it down a little bit. Okay, let's run it now and see. Right there. There we go. And there's some room underneath here now. Okay, we can reset, and there we go. Yeah, it's working as I want, so let's have a go at it again. That is beautiful. Okay, that's fine. Oh, okay, the exit is not working, so exit. Now let's come in here, right click on the exit, event action perform, and right here, up here first, let me enter private JFrame, and I'm just going to call that frame, else I will end up with an error. Okay, and right in here we then enter our lines of code for exit. There we go. That's the lines of code for exit. So if I run the system now, let's see, we can exit. No, we don't want to exit. Yes, we want to exit. Run it again. Play the game. Oh, there's one more thing. I don't like the font. The font is a little bit too narrow. So let's exit and increase the font size, or make it bold. Let's come in here, select it all. No, selected the wrong thing. Let's select it from here. Let's come to the font, make that bold, click on OK. There, sorted. Compile again and let's run it. Yeah, that's much better. That's more like it. Yeah, you see that, guys? So you've actually learned a lot today. So we've learned how to exit, how to reset, how to add numbers and increment the numbers, change back color. The most important bit, convert a button to a circle or to, that's all there is to it. So what I will do now is I'm going to show you guys the codes one more time, though it's going to be a little bit fast. Those are the first. You will have to first of all import all of those. Okay, now you must declare the following variable, initialize. Okay, first of all, before initializing that, okay, write that function out, then call the function inside here, else you will not see this call. And here, this is just to choose a player X or player O. Now this is the winning game to determine who won. Okay, those buttons you must declare them as string value, and if any of them end up with X, this is what happened, and that's all there is to it. And the same thing was repeated for all of it all. Now the buttons, let's use button 4 as an example. So inside button 4, if the text on it happens to be start game has those value X and 0. So this is what happened. Change the color to green or blue and call those functions up there. Okay, then the next one is my resets. That is the reset. Those are the lines of code for reset. Then finally exit, and that's all there is to it. So with that, I'm going to call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it, so you all have a nice day. Now knowing that reset, we have a winner, and bye for now.